Now that we've successfully stopped those frustrating nighttime bathroom trips and you are finally sleeping through the night, you finally have the energy to get back to enjoying your active Florida retirement. Whether that is 18 holes in the morning sun or a fantastic steak dinner with friends. But then, the very next morning, that perfect week is completely derailed by a terrifying, private moment in the bathroom. You look down into the toilet bowl and see a thick, bubbly layer of white foam that lingers on the water and doesn't easily flush away. I want to validate your immediate fear right now. When most of us over the age of 60 see that thick foam, our minds instantly jump to the absolute worst-case scenario, total kidney failure or dialysis. But I want you to take a deep, calming breath. That foam is a condition called proteinuria. It simply means that vital, heavy proteins are accidentally leaking out of your body. It is not a death sentence. It is actually a brilliant engine light from your body, very often triggered by the intense Florida heat, mild dehydration, and the heavy foods we love to eat. But to understand why your body is suddenly whisking up thick foam like egg whites in a bowl, we have to look deep inside your kidneys at a microscopic, fragile net called the glomerulus.
To see exactly what is whisking up that foam, we need to look at a microscopic marvel inside your kidney called the glomerulus. Think of the glomerulus exactly like your morning coffee filter. It has one very specific, very delicate job to do for your body. Water and waste are supposed to flow easily through those microscopic holes, while large, heavy protein molecules, just like the coffee grounds, are supposed to stay safely contained inside your bloodstream. But down here in Florida, we frequently get slightly dehydrated in the hot sun. And when you lose water, your blood actually becomes thicker, forcing your heart to pump much harder just to move it. This creates a hidden, massive spike in your internal blood pressure. And that delicate, paper-thin kidney filter was never designed to handle that kind of internal force. Imagine taking a high-pressure garden hose, turning it on full blast, and pointing it directly at a fragile piece of tissue paper. That is exactly what is happening inside your kidneys. That intense, high-pressure blood forcefully slams against the delicate green filter net. The extreme pressure physically forces those massive, heavy protein molecules to violently tear through the tiny holes in the mesh. They're literally being pushed out of your body. Once those proteins escape, they travel down to your bladder. When those heavy proteins finally hit the water in your toilet bowl, they trap air and violently bubble up, creating that terrifying white foam. Now that you can physically see how high-pressure blood is punching holes in your delicate kidney filters, we have to immediately turn that pressure valve down before the damage becomes permanent.
Now that you can physically see how high-pressure blood is punching holes in your delicate kidney filters, we have to immediately turn that pressure valve down before the damage becomes permanent. If the root cause of the foam is an aggressive, high-pressure garden hose violently tearing through your filter, the very first step to saving your kidneys is simply lowering the volume of the water. Down here in Florida, we're taught to just drink more plain water when we get hot. But if your internal blood vessels are already stiff and constricted, plain water alone cannot fix the pressure. To truly turn that pressure valve down, your body desperately needs a natural biological key, a vasodilator, something that signals those stiff, tight blood vessels to physically open up and relax. And we are going to give your body that exact key right now with Protocol 1, the morning potassium flush. Potassium is nature's ultimate pressure release valve. I want you to start your morning by adding a specific high-potassium Florida staple to your breakfast routine. A slice of fresh papaya, half an avocado, or even a small glass of natural coconut water. Watch what happens when this powerful mineral enters your bloodstream. The potassium travels directly to those tight, angry blood vessels inside your kidneys. It acts exactly like a biological relaxant. The stiff walls of your blood vessels instantly soften. They widen, opening up and transitioning into a calm, low-pressure state. The garden hose has been turned down from a violent blast to a gentle, nourishing trickle. The extreme pressure against your delicate green kidney filter completely stops. Without that crushing pressure forcing them through, those heavy protein molecules are no longer pushed out of your body. They stay safely contained in your bloodstream, exactly where they belong. By simply starting your day with this natural pressure release valve, you are immediately stopping the mechanical force that is causing your kidneys to leak protein into your toilet bowl. You've successfully widened your blood vessels and taken the crushing pressure off your kidneys, but those relaxed vessels won't stay healthy if microscopic shards of sugar are actively slicing them open from the inside.
You've successfully widened your blood vessels and taken the crushing pressure off your kidneys, but those relaxed vessels won't stay healthy if microscopic shards of sugar are actively slicing them open from the inside. Think about our favorite dinners down here. We love a great plate of pasta, some warm bread, or a heavy steak with potatoes. But when we eat a carbohydrate-heavy meal and immediately sit down, your body rapidly breaks those heavy carbohydrates down into glucose, creating a massive, sudden spike of sugar in your bloodstream. When that excess sugar has nowhere to go, it begins to crystallize. At a microscopic level, high blood sugar actually acts exactly like tiny, jagged shards of broken glass. Those sharp, crystallized shards travel straight to your kidneys, and as they pass through that delicate green coffee filter we talked about earlier, they violently scrape, slice, and tear the fragile mesh. This physical damage creates even more holes for those heavy protein molecules to leak through, creating more of that terrifying foam. And it happens because we sit perfectly still while our blood sugar is at its absolute highest. We are going to stop those sugar spikes from ever reaching your kidneys with Protocol 2, the post-meal muscle sink. Instead of immediately sinking into your recliner after a heavy dinner, I want you to take a gentle 10-minute walk around your neighborhood or even just around your house. Your legs contain the largest, most powerful muscles in your entire body. When you walk, those massive thigh and calf muscles desperately need energy to keep moving. They act exactly like a biological sponge. They aggressively suck that excess sugar straight out of your bloodstream to use as instant fuel, long before it ever has a chance to crystallize. You are actively siphoning the danger away from your vital organs. The sugar completely bypasses your kidneys, saving your delicate filters from being shredded by those jagged, microscopic shards. This doesn't require an intense, sweaty workout. Just 10 minutes of easy, continuous movement is enough to open up that muscle sink and dramatically drop your blood sugar. Once that 10-minute walk is done, you can sit down, turn on your favorite show, and relax with total peace of mind, knowing your kidneys are perfectly safe. By using your leg muscles to safely siphon off that dangerous blood sugar, you have stopped the physical damage to your filters, which leaves us with the final, crucial step, repairing the tears that are already there. By using your leg muscles to safely siphon off that dangerous blood sugar, you have stopped the physical damage to your filters, which leaves us with the final, crucial step, repairing the tears that are already there. Because even with the pressure turned down and the sugar spikes completely eliminated, your internal coffee filter is still slightly frayed from years of heavy wear and tear. Those microscopic tears are still inflamed, and they are still allowing small amounts of vital protein to leak out into your urine. We cannot just leave them open, we must actively patch them. And we are going to do that right now with Protocol 3, the Omega-3 Shield. To fix a physical tear, we need to introduce a biological sealant into your body. Omega-3 fatty acids, found abundantly in local seafood like salmon or mackerel, or easily taken in a high-quality daily supplement, are incredibly powerful healthy fats. When these fats reach your kidneys, they act exactly like a protective golden sealant. They physically coat the inflamed glomerulus, instantly cooling that red, angry irritation.
More importantly, this golden shield gives your microscopic mesh the exact raw materials it desperately needs to knit itself back together. It literally patches the holes from the inside out. Once those tiny tears are repaired, the protein leak is completely sealed. Those heavy, vital proteins safely bounce off your restored filter and stay right inside your body, where they give you energy. By making this simple dietary addition, you are giving your kidneys the exact tools they need to heal themselves, permanently stopping the foam in your toilet bowl. By applying this golden biological sealant to your kidney filters, you are no longer just managing the symptoms, you have completely shut down the protein leak at the source.